Hey guys, John Luxley here, back with our playthrough of Dungeon Siege 3. Alright, so we're back at the Meister Hall, having beaten the dapper old gent and restored order.
Look at that. All the gears are turning again.
Yep, and all the, broken and bound houses and stuff were totally repaired and replaced. Did I, Yeah, uncovering the past. Okay. However, it wants me to go this way first, but there's one right here.
Hello there. Not everyone wanders Stonebridge armed to the teeth, so I'm assuming you're the Legionnaires everyone's been talking about. Where are my manners? The name's Rudolph Maxwell. What can I do for you today?
Right, we've talked to him before, though. But it's okay, we'll pretend we've never met him.
Might I ask how old you are? I might have the wrong man.
A score in 4 years. I only just finished my apprenticeship. Wait a minute. You're looking for my father, aren't you? Is this about his role in the riots? That happened before I was born, but I inherited that bastard's forge, so I guess I inherit his debts. So, the man you're looking for is dead, but I'll settle his mistakes. What did he steal? What do I owe you?
Whatever you can offer, or you owe us nothing. And that's the thing, me personally, I don't know. I mean, there is a point to be made about, inheriting wealth, but also inheriting debts. But from a moral standpoint, it's not right to hold someone accountable for the mistakes of others. That just seems wrong.
That's noble of you. But if the guilty party is dead, there's nothing to be settled.
True enough. No need to make him suffer for his father's mistakes.
Much obliged. You're not the first to track me down on account of his sins. About time I got my name changed. Well, good luck to you. Glad the Legion is back in Stonebridge.
Influence gained Lucas. So I don't know why, but for some reason that reminds me of this this news story a while back.
Please comply with all local laws and customs.
And this what was it? This couple bought this farm.
Please comply with all local laws and customs.
And they were, tilling the field, and they pulled up basically an old tin full of gold coins. And they had been stolen from a bank or something like 100 years ago. And so you'd think it would be fine for them to be had, but someone somehow was like, nope, that's wrong, we're taking it. And it's just like, what the F, man? And, it's BS, because anyone that owned those, theoretically, would be long dead, and so it's like, come on. You're gonna steal someone's, it just seems wrong to me. But I guess the rich and powerful can do what they want.
Ah, back again. What can I do for you?
Explain your crimes or the Legion is back. We may as well be straightforward.
I have legal papers indicting you on charges of looting. Care to explain your actions?
What? That's ridiculous. I wasn't even living in Stonebridge when the chapter house was sacked.
That's strange. Who said anything about the chapter house? A guilty conscience is a terrible accomplice.
I guess it was going to come to this eventually. I had a good run. It feels like a lifetime ago. But I took part in that terrible riot. I stole several artifacts from the chapter house, but I don't have them anymore. I sold them all. Used the funds to open my shop. I regret my actions, but not the life it afforded me. I'll fight you in court if you press charges. Or we can settle this some other way.
Interesting. It's like a weird threat. Threat/bribe. So there's four things, presumably one for each of the party members. I don't know. Morally, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Pressing charges, you're going to jail, an apology will suffice. Or you owe us. You regret your actions, but not the life it afforded me. I'll fight you in court. Or we can settle this some other way. Reconciliation. See, I don't know. I mean, what are the tenets of the Legion say about this? Reconciliation with one's enemies. But, so, here's the thing. I regret my actions. How much do you regret your actions if you don't want to take responsibility for them? You know, I'll fight you in court. Well, do you really regret your actions then if you're going to fight us on what you did? What do you think, Manny? Looting, eh? I know in the past I've said an apology will suffice. Whoa, what is going on with that lady in the back? I have no idea. You can choose to drop it or push forward. I guess I'll say I'm pressing charges. I have no idea. He's a shopkeeper. You know, is he going to give us a discount or something? I don't know. We'll say I'm pressing charges and we'll see what happens.
Trying to buy justice? Not a chance. I'll have Barrister Mudgutter issue a summons. Good luck in court.
And who would testify that I was actually there? Fine. If this is how you want to end this, so be it.
Either he's sent to jail, or he spends a fortune trying to avoid life behind bars. Either way, he gets what he deserves.
I thought the Legion had better things to do than dig up petty crimes of yesteryear. Guess I was mistaken. Now be off with you.
Okay, that was the best option. Go to jail or spend a fortune trying to stay out of jail. I agree, because he's clearly not sorry. In that case, we'll run back here. Run back this way, and I forgot we have to sell all that stuff. Man, Lucas gets the cool little flowy robe thing, and I just have my little sleeves. Look at those things. They're just hanging down and flapping in a not cool way at all.
Special currency at local markets.
That's right. Yep.
Special currency at local markets.
So I saw something that said GameStop was switching to a... Oh, and there's the litter robot going. Are all of these... Well, it'll be fine one way or another. These are non-equipped items. GameStop was switching to like a arcade style format. Wait. Eater shield of protection. Armor up, block down. Hang on. Hang on. Really? How did I miss this one? Oh, I must have gone over it when I was like trying to clear stuff out. Stamina up, will down. Yeah, but yeah, GameStop is trying to do the whole not arcade thing necessarily, but I don't know, be a place where you could go play games as well as purchase them and, well, you know, whatever they have to do to survive, I suppose, but it's a gamble. It's definitely a gamble. I have no idea if it'll work. I don't know if I want it to work. I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? They've known which way things are going for a while. Deed gained, Merchant of Ebb. Let's see, Merchant of Ebb. You sold at least $100,000 worth of, or 100,000 coins worth of items plus 2 agility. Nice. Any gold things? No. All right. Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting thing. It's like, so is it gonna be a hangout spot? Like, how are they gonna, you know, protect their game consoles? Are they just gonna still sell only Call of Duty and stuff? Like, you know, because everything's going digital, so you almost have to go niche in order to survive. I mean, and, you know, there's, regardless of what happens, I think they're gonna lose a bunch of stores anyway. But I guess we'll see. Wenzel.
Hey, do I know you? I think you owe me a drink. Because I need a drink.
Wenzel? 30 years ago, you served as a watchman for the city, did you not?
Aye, that's me. Do you know me? Because if you know me, you know it's my birthday. We should celebrate. You got any rum?
No, I don't have any rum. I'm here about charges of murder.
Huh? Murder? I haven't done it. You must be mistaking me for... Who are you? This about that Legion? I spit on the Legion, dirty sons of whores, I tell you! Remind me who they are again? Oh, wait. Hold on, I think I'm gonna vomit. No, never mind. It passed. Hey, who used my pants as an outhouse?
Yeah, so he's basically a drunk. Possibly mentally ill. So, do you want to try him? Or no need to press charges? What's the moral thing to do? And the answer is, I don't know. If you were strictly going to follow the letter of the law, it would be trial. But You know, and actually that might be a better option, right? Because you get him off the sauce, get him mentally competent, and then he pays for his crimes by going to prison until he dies. I mean, that's not... Which is it more humane? You know, I don't know. I don't know. So I work in a hospital, and one of the things that I see a decent amount is older family members that, or you know, older patients that their family theoretically loves them, but this family member is, you know, they're wearing a diaper because they keep pooping themselves, and they're half mentally there, and they're not, you know, they're so old and dementia or whatever, so that they're basically reverted to, you know, a baby. And supposedly it's out of love, but man, it just seems cruel to me to have them in that state. So I don't know. I mean, in this case, it's the dude. I don't know if he's mentally ill or if it's just the fact that he's a drunk. But if you're going for cosmic justice, leaving him like this would be the more correct thing.
What a pathetic sight you are. I think you've already punished yourself enough.
What? Who are you again? Did I tell you about the time when catskin hats were in fashion? I did if I somewhere to sleep.
So Lucas may have preferred to do that, but I don't know if you can get influence from all of them. Maybe you can. Did I... Honestly, I don't remember if I saved or not, but it's fine. I think so. Oh, there's Manny again. Manny's back. He's back, and he's only partially blocking the monitor this time. Oh, you silly cat. You know, and as regarding the older patients or whatever, I'm not sure there's a good answer, right? Because in some cases it's a little bit more clear. It's like, well, you know, withdraw the life-saving measures, sure. Don't keep them in hell, basically. But do you have to be moving the mouse, Manny? I just fed you. Let me set this down. And then I'm gonna get you in my lap. Come on. Okay, there you go. Okay, lay down. Your paws are cold. That's nice. Alright, there we go. No, but it's like, what do you do morally? What if they need, like, minor care? You know, I mean, I guess...
Free the Krug! Free the Krug!
Free the Krug!
Right, don't forget to free the Krug. Is he still there? Looks like it, yes.
The problem of the Krug has been settled. Thank you for your timely assistance.
No problem, and he's still there, so that's good. But if, you know, if you're one of your grandparents or whatever is like basically a baby in a diaper, what then? But they just need, like, you know, dental work or something, you know? I don't know what the appropriate... I guess you provide it for them, but even so, what kind of life is that?
Good day to you, Legionnaire. Let me know when you've followed up on those legal matters.
Frederick grew rich off his theft and should stand trial. Rudolph is dead, and Wenzel is near dead himself. Those charges can be put to rest.
Finally, we can bring justice long overdue. I'll prepare the evidence and brief my barristers. Here is fair compensation for your time. Now, if you'll excuse me, a very rich lady just died and left her belongings to her cats, and I am pursuing a very complicated lawsuit against them.
Right. It's funny because there was a very rich lady that died and left her wealth to her dog. And, like, they had to hire a bodyguard for the dog because people were, like, trying to kill it so that the wealth could pass on to them, presumably, instead. Pretty crazy when you think about it.
Free the Krug!
Free the Krug!
Alright, so, quests. Tell me about this one. Let's see. You can find alternative entrance to the DLC in the Causeway Hub after you have completed the Spire. The Spire is the next area we'll be going to. But I think I will probably do it now. Yeah, let's do it now. Because... what level am I? Hang on. I'm level 27. Oh yeah, and you see the mouse was all the way at the top. That's many. I usually put it at the bottom of the screen. It's, yeah.
Please do not litter or excrete in alleyways.
It's, oh man.
And your currency at local markets.
I hate recording like right before bedtime, which is basically what I'm doing now, but I kind of have to because I need to make sure that I have enough, you know, an episode every day, and I don't have one for tomorrow yet. So, you know. But yeah, let's, because once you go to the Spire, it's, you know, that's the next dungeon. You talk to the Meisters and you go. And it's like, okay, you go to the Spire, and then, from the Spire you go to the final dungeon. And then, so the end is pretty fast. Plus, yes. Plus, we can get some stuff in here that'll make some of the Spire bosses and the end boss a breeze. Or at least easier, because they're still pretty freaking hard.
Begging your pardon, but I was asked to speak to you. To tell the truth, the circumstances were rather unusual.
All right. Tell me why you're here.
Years ago, I served as butler to a Legion commander, Etienne Dumanet. When the Legion fell, it was said that my employer died in Stonebridge, killed by Jane and her mobs. But that was a lie. Dumanet fled north, to the Abbey of St. Hiram, at the edge of the Aranoi Desert. He was seeking something there, but he never told me what it was.
Did you tell anyone else about this?
No one. I swore that I would keep silent, and I did. As far as I know, Dumanet didn't tell any of the other household servants where he was going. So you are the first to hear of this.
Do you have any idea what he might have been after?
No. But the Abbey was built upon an ancient site. It's surrounded by ruins, and they date from the time of the Old Empire. Dumanet's family could trace their line back to the founding of Ebb. Perhaps they knew something about the place that others have forgotten.
Interesting.
After all these years, are you sure he isn't dead?
I must confess, I assumed he was dead. Caught by Jane Cassinda or slain by brigands in the desert. But now... A few nights ago, I had a dream. A child appeared before me. a boy with golden hair. He assured me that Dumane had reached the Abbey. The boy said that he is still there, waiting for his comrades, waiting for you.
See, these feel like it'll proceed. We'll say, was there anything more first, and then it's maybe these two.
What happened then? Did the boy say anything else?
Only this. Whatever Dumane was looking for, the boy said that he found it. But the secret is yours alone to hear. The boy was no mere dream. I believe that Dumane may still be alive, and I beg you to seek him out.
So, okay. So I guess I was right. One of those three was to go forward, or all of them were to go forward. It didn't matter. Why do you care? The matter can wait, or this is important? I'm curious. This sounds really callous, like, why do you care? But, you know, it's an interesting question nonetheless.
You're still loyal to this man, even after so many years?
Lord Dumane was a good man, uncommonly kind. When he fled, he divided his fortune among his servants. It was more than any of us could have earned in a lifetime. I used those coins to buy a house in Stonebridge, and I haven't had to work in all the years since. Dumane didn't have to provide for us, but he did. And I am not the sort of man who forgets a debt or a kindness.
That's right, Manny.
We don't abandon our own. We'll go to the Abbey and see if Dumane is still there.
Dumane was famous in his time. His name alone could win us friends in the south.
The Abbey is a long way from here, many weeks on foot. The child said you could take the causeway. He told me you'd know what that means.
Makes sense. The Legion must have built a causeway to the desert to keep an eye on our border.
Then I've done as the child asked, and I will entrust the matter to you. If you find Dumane, tell him he is not forgotten. His old retainers and friends still honor his family's name, and we will welcome his return.
Influence gained Lucas? I think you gain it from anyone. New quest, last of an ancient line. So I'm gonna be honest. Aside from it being in the desert, I honestly don't remember what the deal with the DLC is. I know there is the objective completed, start the DLC. Yes. Aside from, you know, what is this? Oh, hey, he's here. I don't think I've ever...
I should apologize. I left traps and wards to guard this place. They were meant for looters, not for you.
I don't think I've ever talked to this guy again. Okay. That makes a lot of sense, actually. But yeah, that's what I assumed.
You visited the chapter house often?
Quite the opposite. I avoided this place and all the memories it stirred. It seemed wrong to set foot here, when all my brothers and sisters could not.
Yeah.
It's all right. You were trying to protect the chapter house.
Jane buried the Legionnaires in a mass grave outside of town. Unmarked, of course. Might as well have been a midden pit. This chapter house was as close a thing to a monument as they had. You understand. It was important that I keep it safe.
Yeah, so even though Jane is super hot and has a really nice voice, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mean in a sexy way, although it can be kind of sexy because it's got like the accent and it's got the, you know, the royal tone to it. Like, Jane has a lot of sex appeal, but she's really fucking twisted on the inside, you know? Oh, hey, I guess
Martin insists that I stay behind. Too old for another war, he says.
I'll be going with you to the spire. Odo will stay here, though he isn't happy about it.
Well, we're not going to the spire just yet. We gotta go to the desert. So we use the causeways. Which makes sense why... I think once we complete the spire, we take the causeway to the final area of the game. Right. So I finally finished, as of this, I finally finished editing episode 7 of the Aranoi Desert. Finished editing episode 7 of the... Oh, and that doesn't go anywhere. Not yet, anyway. And neither does that. Episode 7 of Monster Girl Island. And that took a long time. Long time. There was a slime girl in it, and she had her boobs hanging out. And honestly, that was kind of a pain, because... Oh, hey, we can't even go... Like, the rocks block us.
Well, we're not in Ebb anymore. First time for me. Look, that must be the Abbey. Shouldn't take long to get there.
Takes longer than you might think. I think. I can't quite remember, but I remember it not getting there immediately. But yeah, editing that thing took a while. Oh, hey, that's a cool skeleton. And it was mostly just because, you know, the slime girl, and it's easy-ish to edit. What is this? This inscription is worn by wind and sand. May the fires of our 3 shrines burn bright. May the keepers of the flame remain vigilant. I can't talk. Remain vigilant in their watch. To all who keep the light eternal, know that Aranoi himself shall reward your service. New quest: Fires of Faith. Quests. Let's see. Relight the fires. Interesting that it's not like the other these. The side quests are black, right? These are both regular blue. So probably the Last of an Ancient Line first, and then light the fires. I don't remember. Boom.
This desert is too quiet. I don't like it.
Well, okay. I don't like it either. Look at all these bones. It's a lot of bones. Like a lot of bones. And pyres, which are piles of bones. Blue flame supposedly is ghosts, from what I understand. And the music changed. And we can now... Music changing means there is... Yep.
Heads up.
Oh yeah, skeleton giant, eh? Oh, that's a lot. Wow. How did I die? Oh, we're gonna get killed here because he's gonna get attacked. Oh, nice.
Up and about again. The fellowship waits for no man's deadline.
Also, they do a ton of damage. Okay, so interestingly enough, he doesn't really get healed that easily. Okay. And we're still healing. He's using his cool sword there. Aha! I can heal us both now. Anyway. Aha! I didn't really expect that, to be honest. But I'm just glad that I finished it. The editing took way too long, in my opinion. Just because, you know, it's... When it's single scenes of adult content or whatever, that's okay. Because then you know... Then you know what's Wow, I can't talk. I can't multitask. No, but it's, you know, it's like you only, if you want to make something safe for work, then, you know, if there's scenes, that's not a problem. But when, you know, there's one of the characters just walking around with their boobs hanging out, then you have to make sure you cover them up whenever you see her. And that can be a real problem. And especially with the software that I'm using, the motion tracking is not good. It is not good. I don't know if it's just because it's cheap or because it's very... that game requires a lot of bloom, or it doesn't require. It has a lot of bloom.
One more down.
Yep. The game has a lot of bloom and a lot of blur and other stuff. And, you know, because of that, it's just, you have to go through frame by frame, and it's a huge pain. Just to make sure everything's covered up. And interesting. Treasure chest hidden behind the rock, if I can get to it. Which I can. Nice. So, yeah, just... Well, that's one quest thing. But I'm gonna keep running around this area a little bit. Take kind of the leisurely side route. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it took ridiculous amount of time. I don't even know. And that's kind of my thing, is that, not my thing necessarily, like it's something I choose, but like I kind of guard, level up, right on. Man, my mirror image takes out dudes pretty easily. That's awesome. Okay, Lascanzi wagon. I have done that one. Creative destruction. No, we're gonna do this. 2% chance per rank to inflict a short stun. Probably this. I don't know how many more. If we're level 27, then maybe 30 is the max level, I think. Which means probably 3 more points. So it might be good to put it into this. And then Lucas. And what are we putting in here? Can we do anything with the wagon? Yes. These Lascanzi wagons were battered by violent winds and partially buried in the sand. If a sandstorm was responsible for what happened here, it must have been powerful indeed. I don't actually remember. Alright, let's go check out this. And another wagon. I kind of like that. It does a lot of damage. Clogs of vitality. Same thing? Yes. Okay. Good to know. What about this? What is this?
Looks like an Azanite shrine. Must be centuries old.
But anyway, I mean, I just want to finish my thought real fast. I don't remember how long it took me. It probably took me for, you know, a video that's an hour long. Probably 15 hours to edit. Maybe 10, you know, 10 to 15 hours. And that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And that's not even editing. That's just going through, making sure stuff is blurred out or whatever, you know? Yeah, so I'm glad it's done. Later episodes, I think, because I have like 4 left before the series or playlist or whatever is complete. But 4 more episodes to edit, and I'm ready. I don't think they're anywhere near as bad as that one, because that's just like there's boobs everywhere, which is fine. And by the way, the uncensored ones are going to be on Pornhub if you look. Although for some reason it's really hard to find if you search for like John Loxley. I don't get it. But anyway, let's move on. The inscription says, "This flame is dedicated to Hathra Unak, who brought Azanai's light to the Empire. We pray here in his memory for the grace to give comfort and healing to all who seek our aid." You know... Okay. Objective complete. Light the flame of Uathanak. Okay, ultimate abilities. Hathra Unak. You have just unlocked the first of 3 ultimate abilities scattered across the Aranoi Desert. By praying at either of the other 2 shrines elsewhere in the desert, you can acquire their abilities as well. Note that you can only possess 1 ultimate ability at a time, so each time you gain a new ultimate, it will replace the old one. However, once an ultimate ability has been gained for the first time, you can always reacquire it by visiting any of the 3 shrines and selecting it from the menu. You're now able to use Hathra Unak's Embrace ability, which can be activated by pressing and holding down both left stick and right stick simultaneously. On controller, it's easier. On keyboard, I think it's some ridiculous combination of buttons. Because I was playing with controller, my buddy was playing with mouse and keyboard, and he was like, I cannot freaking do it. It requires like 3 hands. Each use of this ability consumes all of your remaining power. In order to activate the ability, you must have at least 1 full power orb. Hathra Unak's Embrace heals the player at a greatly increased rate. The amount healed increases with the number of full power orbs the player currently has, while the duration of the heal decreases. Right. So the more power orbs you expend, the more it will heal, and the less time it will take to heal you. So it'll be closer to instant if you use all of your power. But closer to a regular heal, the less power you use. Alright, and this is the same thing. Oh, Zaria's Wrath. Right. So you get to select which one. So I think you can go to any of these shrines and just pick one. The other 2 creates an explosion that sweeps away all who stand before it, damaging all enemies. And then shield. So damage, shield, healing. Right on. more gear. We get better gear as well. Okay, before we do that, let's check some of these. Locus of Blight. Attack is up at will and everything else is down. Coronet of Vitality, so block and stamina are up. No. Agility is up. No. Heroic chitin. But it's not chitin like a carapace, like an insect exoskeleton. Yeah, so you lose 120 and you gain about, is that 70? So no. Clogs of Vitality? No. Razor Trinket? Nah, I'm good. Oh, this one has will being going up, but it's okay. Steadfast Dynamo, agility up, block, yeah, no. So these are still decent things, just not super great. Block up. See, if you used block, that would be good. Black Steel Shoulders, there you go. Stamina and block down. Attack, armor, and cast weathering, hell yeah. Plus it looks different. Band Brace of Protection? Absolutely. Lucas is making out. Like a bandit. Cast Fire, cast Bloodletting. Boom. And he does look different. He's got like red pauldrons. Pauldrons are... Oh, and even his gauntlets are like glowing. Or flaming or whatever, I don't know. And his pauldrons are as well. Cool. He looks badass. Why can't I look badass? Oh, right. Zuriel the Sand Shaper. So, yeah, every time you activate one of these, I believe it also activates something like that. And those, I believe, I don't know what those do actually. Breaches of Valor, Deathglass Lattice, Minor Retribution Essence. I don't know what those gold ones are. Experience, maybe? Or, no, power, I think. Deathglass Lattice. Will is up, cast Bloodletting, and Agility. Heck yeah. And Breaches of Valor, Armor, Block, Momentum, no. Well, Lucas, did he get anything? No. He's still using the Sec Curse Plate also, which is... Oh, hey, that looks cool. It's like a little... You know, it's a spiky ball. Very cool. Let's go to... Cool skeleton. What is this? Warning, a giant sandworm has been sighted nearby. It has devoured every person who has ventured into its lair, including several well-armed adventurers. Do not be lured by rumors of treasure in its belly. This creature should be avoided at all costs. Slay the giant sandworm, which is that way. We'll probably do that. But before we do that, we'll probably stop. And I guess I'll... Yeah, it's just right there. Front of the map. Overwrite the save. Oh, and there's our ultimate ability. Just below our portrait to the left. Yep. Well, let's exit to the main menu. All right. It is going to be a few more episodes before we go on to something else. I still have a Eternal Daughter to play. I've only played the first episode, and it is so hard. It is so hard, and it's possibly hard because of the control scheme. Like, it's just so awkwardly hard, and, you know, just... And what's really awkward, too, is... So, Eternal Daughter was made by Derek Yu. Derek Yu went on to make Aquaria with Alec Haloka, or whatever his name is. And if you're watching this anytime around the time that it was recorded, Alec was the other half of Aquaria, and he's the one that killed himself after the whole Zoe Quinn thing. And, well, not just that. I mean, even his whole sister came out, like, as a rabid feminist and just threw him under the bus. Like, that's why, man, don't hang out with these crazy women. And I'm not saying women are crazy. I'm not making any judgment call about that. But there's people out there that are extremely toxic and make their lives... I don't know the whole story, to be honest. You know, I've heard he might have been just as bad or something. I don't know. But if you hang out with snakes, they might bite you one day. Just FYI. You know, that's your public service announcement or whatever. I don't know. I doubt we'll ever really know what happened, but you know, she's been around and there's been enough drama surrounding her that just people like that, just watch your back if you're around them. That's kind of it. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. I really hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. You know, I mean, I've said a few times before that it's not the most popular series, but I'm okay with that. You know, and when I say that, I don't mean to disparage anyone that likes this or likes my stuff or whatever. It's not. It's fine. It's. I am really. Hang on a sec. I need to drink water. My throat is super dry. Also, drinking alcohol after being out in the hot sun all day, that doesn't help either. But no, I mean, you know, I'm putting this stuff out there, so whatever happens in the future, if you come across it down the road, and you watch it and you enjoy it, that's still fine. You can still drop me a message or whatever. I still plan to do this for a long, long time. Regardless, you know, like, I'm not doing it because I'm getting tons of attention. I've been doing it for a year and a half now. And there are some people that I, you know, have left comments and reached out to me, and I've really enjoyed that, but I'm not doing it because I'm getting... It's not for the fame and fortune, because I'm getting neither. Right? I mean, I'm doing it for other reasons. And so, yeah, as long as you guys enjoy it, that's what matters. Anyway, if I could make this less weird, yeah, questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I love reading them and stuff. I gotta finish this because my throat is all dry. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, it's actually this whiskey I'm drinking. I picked up a bottle of Texas Republic whiskey, and I got it because the bottle itself is shaped like Texas. And I saw it on Nick Recada's, you know, stream, because he got some, and he said it wasn't very good, I think. Regardless, I thought the bottle was kind of neat, and I'm like, you know, it's probably going to be trash because it's in a novelty bottle, basically, but I like it. I don't care what he says. I enjoy it. And it has this chocolatey, malty finish. It's interesting. It's pretty smooth. It's not that harsh. It's way better than I expected, which is pretty awesome. And it wasn't that expensive either. I think it was like 25 bucks, 30 bucks maybe. Maybe 30 bucks for a bottle. So pretty decent. If you're in Texas, I kind of recommend it. It's not bad. But then again, I'm not, drinking, like, he has way higher palate in whiskey. Like, he'll drink, a $60, like, for him, a normal bottle of whiskey, like normal whiskey, is like $60 to $100. And I'm like, no. For me, the upper middle class is like $30. So like $30 is a good whiskey for me. But that said, I have simple tastes. One of the lawyers that was on a show likes Jack Daniels, like the original, not Gentleman Jack, which is like the upper shelf stuff, but Jack Daniels, and I'm okay with that too. It's important to not be too, there's nothing wrong with having simple tastes. There's also nothing wrong with having expensive tastes, if you can afford it. But anyway, that's my unique positive moment. Hopefully your guys is just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, guys, take care.